Alright guys, well I took off my power steering pump housing because it's been leaking for a long time, and I figured out what it was. The end of my hoses, see, one thing about rubber, see, where is it? Oh, here it is. Here's my hose. It gets hard on the end, it gets stiff. This one here probably, it gets stiff. What happens is over time it expands and it just doesn't go back. So I got to get some power steering. I'm probably just going to get some power steering hoses and make my own. I got my reservoir over here. Another thing, I got my welder all set up. I just got to get a gas. I got to get some gas. And I don't have a tank, so I can get a small one, but I don't want to keep running back to the place. So I'm going to get the big one. And this is the MiG 140. Never used it. I bought it brand new. I got it for like 300. I don't know what they are now. I think they might be 500. I'm not 100%. I haven't looked in a long time. But somebody bought it and returned it for whatever reason, and I got it for like $340. So I ain't complaining. And everything works fine. It's just I don't have the AcroShield welding wire. I got the one that runs by gas, and I want the gas anyway because it burns hotter. The AcroShield will help you, but I want the one that burns hotter. And a lot of people don't know these here are only for I think you can weld up to 5/16. Well, if you can heat that metal up with a torch and you can get it go to a higher weld too. But you know, you're starting to get out of the range. I would only do it for emergency use only. You'll start getting out of the range of the bonding of the metal and the weld. But that's another day, another time. But I got it sitting over here. You see how, if you look at that right there, you see how it's got those grooves in it? It's because, you know, that's done. I had to cut that one there off. But I got my housing over here. I just got it sitting in the trash so all the fluid and stuff can drain out of it. Because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was my reservoir. Was it the lines? Was it my pump? My pump seems to be fine. I don't know why I'm holding that up there. My pump seems to be fine. But I'm going to replace both of those lines. I'm going to get me some new lines. Put me some new clamps on there. I got this all cleaned out pretty good. Got it all cleaned out pretty good on there. About as far as I can go without taking the thing off and soaking it. And I got that off. That came off pretty good with a pair of, let me back up a little bit. I used a pair of needle nose. I used these needle nose right there to get a grip on the side of it. And it worked out great. I put another O-ring in there. I had some O-rings. I put another O-ring in there. I cleaned out my throttle body real good. And on the back, looks like brand new again. So I got all that cleaned up. You don't want to get this all scarred up. That's why I got it sitting right here. I just have it sitting right there. Because I got to put this right here is broke. But I think it'll be alright. Because once you smash it all together. Once it's smashed all together, it should be fine. What I'll do is I'm gonna go to Napa and I'm gonna see how much that is. If they're pretty reasonable, or if I don't have to go to a dealer, I'm gonna just buy a new one. If not, I'll just go ahead and I'll use that one there. It should be fine. But that's where we are, guys. Like I said, I'm just doing little things to this. I'm not doing a major. If this thing, I had the engine rebuilt back in 2011. It blew a head gasket, so I had everything overhauled, timing belt and everything. And actually, that timing belt's probably expired on this thing. And I probably need to put another one on it. But not right now. Because I don't drive this thing all the time anymore. It's just basically a backup car. I just want to get the little minor things done to it. And like I said, I like to put a new timing belt on this thing, but I have to tear it all apart. And maybe I'll do it over the summer. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just trying to get the little nickel and dime stuff done on it first, like all the hoses that might be leaking and stuff like that. And also, let's see, where's it at? I pulled these hoses off to check. These here are the hoses that go underneath the throttle body. These two right here, because that's what happens is that heats up and it pushes that out, and that right there gets you to throttle up. And I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go pick up. I don't know what I did with that little hose that I had. Just got stuff sitting all around here. I don't know what I did with that little hose. But I'm going to go pick me up a new one. I thought I had one over here. I thought I had that one right there, but that wasn't it. And I don't know what I did with that little hose that I had. But it wasn't in great shape. Not only, oh, there it is right there. Not only that, the clamp broke. So I'll give me some more of those collapsing clamps. And that little hose right there, I just wanted to replace it because it goes right up underneath there. Hold on, I'll get my flashlight. See it right there. I want to make sure I got enough. I want to make sure the hose and everything. While I'm in there, I'm just gonna replace it. I can get a foot of this hose, might be $5-10. I don't know. But I'm gonna get me I'll probably give me about 2 feet of this hose. That way, I got plenty around. And so I'm gonna put that right there. I'll deal with that there another time. But that clamp back there was hard to get off. So I had to take my Sawzall. Sawzall's the only thing I can get to reach in there and cut that clamp off. So that's what I did. I took my Sawzall, went down in there and cut that clamp off. So I'm going to get me some new hardware here in the next couple of days. Not in no hurry. So I can get all that done, get all that put back together. And I need actually, you know what, this air filter don't really look too bad. It really don't look that bad. I might replace it. Just so I can have me another air filter. I had this thing where I can put a snorkel or one of them air intake things on there, and I had it, but I don't know what I did with it. I got it at the junkyard. When I went to the junkyard one day, they had one that had it all on there, and I was like, oh man, I need to get that, but I don't know what I did with it. Maybe one day I'll get lucky and I'll come across it somewhere. And then if this thing still runs good, then I'll get me one of them air breathers over there, and I'll take all that there out. But that's where we are, guys. Now I'll get rid of all that, get that, and then once I get all that done and get everything back together, I'll take it to a car wash, buy me some engine degreaser, and I'll spray the snot out of this engine and down in there where all that oil and grime is. See all that oil and grime down in there? That's from the power steering pump. And I'll just spray the snot out a little bit so I can get all that done. So that's what I've done today, and I'm about wrapped up out here. I've had enough fun today. And then, not these tires, but the tires I had before this, I got them at Tire Discounter. And one of them young boys up there, they put the daggone lugs in and cross-threaded them. And I lost three lugs, so I only got 3 lugs holding us on. So what I'm gonna do is, they were kind enough to give me the new stems. There's one of the lugs. I got some lugs right here, but I don't know if it's the same. I don't know if they're the same. I know they're short, but let me get I bought these, I think, for a cutlass that I had. There's one of the stems. Try to do this one-handed. What does that say on there? 1215. Does that make a difference? 12/125. I don't know. Let me try something here. Yeah, this is fine thread. This is fine thread, and that's coarse. So I'm gonna go try to see if I can't find me some new lugs for this. Put some lugs on there. I'm gonna repaint the wheels. I'm gonna scrub them wheels up real good, repaint them, bring out my white letters that are hidden behind all the brake dust. Now I'm gonna try to get all that back together. Now I'm gonna paint them center caps. Them center caps are like 50 bucks. I lost 2 of them. I know I've done paid for them. That one there actually is one of the newest ones. So I'm gonna paint the center caps. I don't know if I'm gonna paint it all black or paint them silver. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. But I'm gonna tackle this too, because I want to get all this here straightened out. And on this one here, it's different. You don't just pull the brakes off. You gotta pull off. It's got like a bracket on the back. You gotta pop that thing off to get the. But when I do go ahead and get ready to do this and the back, guys, I've never ever put rear brakes on this thing. Never. And the rear brakes is every time I go to do brakes in the front, I always pop the wheels off and the hubs off to look and see. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy new drums and brakes for the back. So when I go ahead and tear this apart and get that leaf spring off, I'm going to go ahead and put new brakes all the way around it. So I got all that done. So I have that done. I have this done. It should run a whole lot better now. And I'll have my oil, this leak fixed. I'm probably going to have to replace a hose back there because I see some oil back there. And this right here is PVC, or the PVC, yeah, I think that's right. I can't remember. It's for to help pull the oil through the engine and keep the engine and stuff flowing around. So I'm gonna probably have to replace that hose too, because I see oil leaking back there. It's basically part of this system right here. The airflow through the engine, because that helps move the oil around, and it creates vacuum. So I can't get them out of the valve cover, so I'm thinking they don't ever come out, because usually you can, on the older cars, you can replace them. But that's what we're going to do today, or not today, but I'm going to go ahead and pop that air off there too. That way I can go ahead and get a new hose for that. That right there ain't really under no serious pressure. It's just a vacuum hose. So I'll get that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get these here replaced. And clean up my, clean up my reservoir over here I got sitting in the trash cleaning. So I'm going to work on getting that done. So that'll be done. Get my spring, that'll be done. Get all my brakes on, that'll be done. Get my new radio in there, that'll be done. And then the only thing I got left to do is start working on the back and then on the top. This will probably be a little while, because I ain't ready to buy a windshield yet. That'll probably be the last thing I do. At least with the lift gate, I don't have to paint it because it's already the same color. So I got to pop that off, and then that's when I'm going to start doing some of the body work to it. Try to get all this back together. And I'm going to paint these too. I'm going to paint these, and I'm going to get all this back in here. I'm going to heat that up with a heat gun and get all that back in there, and I'm going to paint all that black. I'm going to paint it like a matte black. I think that'll look good on there. I'm going to pop my grill off, paint it. I'm going to polish these lights up. Lights are actually, they're pretty good, even faded like that. They're still pretty good. So, but yeah, I'm gonna paint this matte black. And I'm gonna paint my bumper and stuff matte black. I'm gonna replace these lights. They still work. I'm gonna replace them. I'm gonna get some high-powered LEDs. And I'm thinking about putting me a bar light up here on top somewhere. I'm thinking about it. Put me a bar light up there. And I'm get this windshield. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna get them to come out and take the windshield out. I'm gonna watch how they do that. Remember, guys, if you gotta pay somebody to do it and you want to learn, hang out with them. So what I'll do is I'll call them up, because the place is only a half hour away. Have them come out here and pop this windshield out, and then tell them I want to fix all this, and I'll call them back when I get it fixed, and I'm gonna try to get the matching color, and I'm just gonna paint the top of it. I got some paint guns I'll show you in another day. I just bought some cheap ones, and just so I can get back to playing with them again. Or who knows, I might just get some daggone spray paint in the can and might do it that way. Because like I said, I'm not putting a bunch of money in this thing. And I'm probably going to paint that matte black too. I might paint all of it matte black. Because I need to pop this thing off anyway. So when I go to fix this right here, and I'll just paint all that matte black. I might even paint my rails here matte black, just so I can get it all. I just wanted to black it out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna polish these. I'm gonna order me a polisher. I'm gonna order the Milwaukee polisher. It's got the little 3-inch thing, and I seen another guy order some polishers, but everything he orders like $1,500. I'm gonna look into it. It's my goal is I want to get back in doing body work and stuff. So, all right, guys. Well, that's where we are. That's where I'm at. And like I said, next couple days here, I'm gonna get the little cheap parts, hoses, clamps, things like that. Pick me up some cheap parts and get all that done. And then I'm gonna see how much all the brakes are. I'm gonna order all the brakes, see how much all that is, get all that done. And before I put the brakes on that right there, I've got to pull that leaf spring out of there. So, well, these here, I bought these tires at Sears. I got all the tires for $300, and they're white leather. I thought that was a pretty cool deal. So they were closing them out. I don't know what they were, brand new or a piece or whatever. They're all right. They're okay. Wish they were a little taller, but I ain't complaining. They work. All right, guys. Well, like, share, subscribe, and till the next time, if you want to comment down below, you got any questions you want to ask, I'll answer them best I can, and give me a thumbs up. And until the next time, guys, hang in there and wait until the next video. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye.